Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Thursday, the 23rd of December, and I have a list this long today as, you know, some of the stuff I didn't do yesterday because I was putting things off for a very specific reason. Tanny went out and bought me a glass bowl to put the trifle in. Bless his cottons. After he got home from work at 7 o'clock last night, it's 5:30 in the morning now. I literally got up, made a brew, sat at my desk, hung out with Daz over at my Aussie kitchen garden, who, by the way, if you are not following him, why the hell not? I mean, come on. Do it. I'll put a link to his channel down here because he's an awesome guy. And for the first hour that I was up, I couldn't actually see straight. I literally couldn't see straight. I'm only just getting my eyesight's only just popping in now. So 5:30 in the morning, I'm supposed to be doing custard for the top of the trifle today. I haven't done that, so I'm gonna have to. I was going to do the jelly for the trifle last night, but I just couldn't even stand by the end of last night, so doing it now and hoping that it will be set in time to get the custard on. I've also got to cook the beef, I've got to turn the turkey, and I've just had a Christmas tree dumped on my lap. Yeah, so apparently I'm doing the decks as well. Okay, well, we may as well get started because today's going to be a long one. Okay? I haven't even had breakfast yet. Okay, so over here in Australia, jelly comes in a block, a gelatin block. You can get the crystals, but they're only really used for glazes. And in Australia, jelly comes in crystals. But this stuff, quite honestly, is the reindeer's... No, can't say it. I'm trying to be good. Okay, but anyway, when we used to travel between Australia and England all the time with my mum, we would be taking about 5 kilos worth of this jelly with us, and at Christmas she would actually break out a couple of blocks of it, and we would sit there and just munch on it like lollies, like sweeties, because, you know, I mean, she's Welsh, so she hated jelly crystals, and I don't blame her because they're a nightmare. You don't get a really decently set jelly unless you like use a gazillion packets of it. And I know I'm using 3 packets of this now, but I want to make sure that I get... See, one of these is only supposed to do, I think it's a cup. Half a pint. So I want to make sure that I've got it done. And I've got a decent pint's worth of jelly in here, because it's got soaked through the sponge as well. 600 mils for those who don't know what pint is. Okay, and I got an extra one, which I might just put in the cupboard for now. Right, so then we've just got to get our hot water over the top of this and stir until mixed. I need a spoon. Look, I found a fork. That'll do. So early. Okay. So for those of you who watched Monday, you'll know what this is. For those of you who didn't, this is the Swiss roll sponge that I made for our trifle, and it will go on the bottom of the trifle. It's been in the fridge for a couple of days, so it's actually quite firm. but that's okay because it's about to get a buff. Oh, come on. Hurry up. The only thing with this is it does take a little while. Oh. I'm losing the will to live, guys. Help. Send help. Preferably shaped like a St. Bernard with a little barrel under his neck so I can just sit underneath his head and just open the tap. Would be good. Bit of brandy. Never heard anyone. Okay. I think I've done it. Woohoo! Right, okay. Now, Tanny does not want fruit in his. Normally, this would be the time that I would put the fruit in as well. So we're just going to move that to the side. We've got to get this off. And this has got to... That is so going to have to go in the wash. Blech. Covered in jam. Right. So here's our Swiss roll. See that there? Right, okay. There we go. Ta-da! Not bad, is it? You know, that's not bad for someone who hasn't done it for a while. Okay, I'm putting that one in the middle. Now you want to have plenty of sponge that goes around the outside. There we go. I think that's more than enough. Now we're also not putting booze on this because Tanny has specifically said, please don't. So that's fine with me. But also, again, this is where you would put the sherry. If you were going to put sherry or brandy or whatever you were going to put, this is where you would sprinkle it over your sponge and what have you. And it is also where you dump your fruit. Dump your fruit in the middle of there. However, this is a very basic one because that's what Tanny has asked for. And since he's the only one who'll be eating it, because I don't do trifle, it's a texture thing and I'm autistic and that's just the way it is, right? So then we pour our hot jelly over the top of our sponge. Oh, don't you start floating. There'll be no floaters around here, thank you. Stay there. A little bit. Ta-da. Okay. There we go. Now that has to stay to room temperature right now. Has to go to room temperature and then it's going to go in the fridge. Hopefully by tonight it'll be done. I've got to make the custard today, so that's got to be done. Yeah. Ta-da. One job down. I think I want some breakfast. Yeah, I need to take some meds, so I need breakfast. Wow, it's not even daylight. It's about 6:30. And apparently I've got an extra job to do. It's our Christmas tree. It is our Christmas tree. And of course, being a sensible person, I taped up the box last year. The joys. So I don't know whether I should put it all up and just be done with it and stop waiting for people to you know, help with it. Last year all we had was a tree, no lights, no nothing, because I was waiting for my number one son to help, or my eldest son to help, and he decided he'd rather sleep, and not do anything. And so we didn't get a decorated tree. So I'm wondering, I should just do it, get it done. Because Tanny's working. I mean, he is working. He's working really, really hard at the moment. He's working some really shoddy hours. And for precious bloody little, to be honest. And so I'm thinking that maybe I just decorate it and he can come home to it and it'll be just there and he doesn't have to feel bad. Do I leave the star or something at the top for him? I don't know. Do I have a star? What do I have on the top of my tree? I think I got a big snowflake thing that I made a couple of years ago. But oh God, what have I done now? I've missed the whole thing. There we go. Right, we're off to flying start. Right, okay. I do need more coffee this morning. Okay. Oh. Okay, will that do? Obviously not. Buggeration. Okay. Alright. I need to get my coffee and then I'll come back when I've made it look almost like a tree. I need my coffee. Okay, so before I get too stuck into the tree and doing that bit, I want to get this beef in the oven. So we're gonna sort this out first. Now, all right, so I've written this down because I'm a bit stuttery this morning because I've got a lot of things to do. But we're gonna get this in here. I'm not doing anything too fancy with this. Don't get excited. There's nothing too fancy going on with it. It is predominantly going to be, give me that one, cold meat for Tanny sandwiches after Christmas. So, you know, I'm not too concerned about it. And there we go. So what really helps is if you've got your beef in the fridge, right, you need to bring it out about half an hour to an hour before you're going to cook it, so it can come up to room temperature, because you need it up to there so it'll cook properly. Right, now this one's got a stocking on it. That's usually to hide what kind of beef it is and what cut it is. This just says large roasting beef. I honestly can't tell you 100% what it is. I could take the stocking off, but I might not ever get it back on, and if it's one of those rolled up pieces, I'll never get it back. So I'm just going to do this really, really basically today. Very, very basically. We're going to do some salt and pepper. Right, it might help if I've got the actual salt here, wouldn't it? Okay, and salt. And pretty much sure that's going to be it. I was thinking of putting it on a trivet of onions, but I think, honestly, I think Tanny will go for it. So I'm just going to leave it as plain as I can. Screw it, I'm doing it. Okay, so we have some fresh rosemary and oregano from the garden, 3 onions from the pantry, and 2 carrots. And I might just shove a couple of sticks of celery in there as well, to be honest. And hang on, let me just go get them. Right, we're not going to do anything too fancy with these. We're just going to chop them up into chunks and chuck them in there. Oof. Got the oven preheating to gas mark 9, which is 240 degrees C. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, because I know quite a few of you use that. Oh, don't mess me about. Right, so can't help you there, I'm afraid. But quick look on Google, you'll soon figure it out. I think it's like 400 or something. It's quite high. And that will be put on here for the first 40 minutes. And then it'll be going on down to gas mark 5, which is 200 C. Again, you're going to have to look up the Fahrenheit, guys, because I don't have it on my head right now. Okay. Ugh. Those. Okay. I'm just gonna cut those into thick rounds, because you got to remember this has got to sit on it. And any juices from this will go into the stock pot that I'm going to put together for the gravy. So you can sit there for a minute. Shove these all into here like this, ta-da, onions with it. Okay, a bit more, get it all in there. And then we're going to just put our herbs straight underneath as well. And then we got it. Right, the only other thing I'm going to do with this is give it a little bit a coat of olive oil, because it's quite a lean piece of meat. So yeah, there we go. Right, and into the oven. So like I said, it's cooking time is 15 minutes per 450 grams. Okay, so that's pretty much how we go. But for the first 40 minutes, I always put it up in a really high oven. And then we drop it down so it gets its nice cooking through the middle. So what you should get with this is, I'm going for a medium rare, or just a medium. Yeah, and we'll just see how we go. I won't find out till Christmas. But, you know, let's get it in the oven. Basically, if you've got a 2 kilo roasting piece, it's going to take about 2 hours. An hour and a half to 2 hours. Right, it's in. See you, bye. Oh, I need more brew. Okay, so it's 8:30 at this point. I am dressed, as you know. The beef is in the oven. I've got the tree. I've just got to sort the tree. But I thought I'd stop for a minute and have my coffee and some breakfast. And before you guys have a go at me about being bickies, they're the mince pie ones, which means it's fruit and nuts, and they're made with flour, which is wheat, which is a grain, with butter, which is basically clotted milk. So that, my friends, is a bowl of cereal. Don't be judgy. Hey guys, how we doing? It is now 11 o'clock. I have been trying to get this thing to look like a reasonable kind of thing. think I'm failing miserably, actually. Just really don't think it's working, but we'll just see how we go. It's supposed to go up on that little shelf that I use as a side table. I can't get it up there. I did try, and unfortunately it landed on me, so I've had to kind of think, well, that's not a good idea to keep doing that then, is it? So, got one more bit of tinsel. Where's the tinsel go? On the couch, that's where it goes. These I wrap around the feet of the tree normally. Oh, for goodness sake. How many are in here? Oh my good God. Oh my giddy aunt. I've got all these like, well, that's busted. Right, that's screwed. Okay, so we've got like those things that you flip across the ceiling. That's a tiny job because I'll be buggered if I can get up there. I don't think I can get up there at all, even with the ladders. I think that would be a very bad idea. Very bad idea indeed. Now, what is that? Oh, I have no idea what that is. Okay. So that's our snowflake that I made a couple of years ago, which is now munted by the looks of things. And that's what we've been putting on top of the tree. It's kind of cool. It's actually, I think I uploaded the live I did on Twitch doing these on my gaming channel. I think I did. Should really change it from gaming to twitching. It should be my Twitch channel rather than or my Twitch uploads rather than gaming so much. Oh look, I found the Christmas cards. Well, I bought more, they're written now. Oh bugger, I found more. Note to self, stop buying Christmas cards, you've got enough. Right, okay, I'll have to do that. Wow, you know, we can't give everyone the same one every year, can ya? So if we have a year off with those ones, we can, I don't know, anything. Oh, that's the other end of that broken one. Some more little, I don't know, starry things. It's one of the ones that I've made. Some pictures on one of my Instagram accounts with those. I think it's the Blue Pixie Studios one, of how I made those. That they're up on my other YouTube channel as well. Because again, I made those live on Twitch. Oh look, it's another star. You shove that over the side here, like that. Because why not? I don't know. Oh, there's another one. Yay, there's another one. Does it have to have that tag thing on it though? Should I get that off? Get that off. Don't know. Shove that one over there. Bit of a constellation of whatever's. It's not exactly what I planned to do for decks this year, but anyway, best laid plans and all that. And there's another one of those foil garlandy things. What's that? I have no idea what that is. There's loads of stuff in here. I mean, there's those things to stick on windows, right? But there's no point putting them on those windows because no one can see them. Because we've got one-way glass stuff on it. Glitter tea lights. Okay. And more of those festive window flarky things. Which again, no point putting them up because no one can see them. No idea what half this stuff is, to be honest. Alright, so I found these. That's a bonus. I have to start plonking those on somewhere. Now really big balls. That one can go over there. Be a proper dangler. Right, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to come back, guys, when I've done it. It's another little sun thing. And a bit of a bauble. It's kind of telling actually, because none of this came out last year. None of it did. My son was supposed to help me with it, and he purposely, when he got here, curled up on the couch and went to sleep and didn't wake up until nearly 10 o'clock at night when Tony and I were going to bed. So the tree went up, but it didn't get decorated last year. This year, I don't know, we'll just see. Ugh. Let's just shove that up there. I don't know. It's a nice little sun star thing. That'll do. Get. Stay! Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da! Got that up. I don't know. Anywho. Okay, I'll be back when I've done it, I think. Okay, so I got it done. It's been done. Ta-da. Oh, it's as wonky as hell. I did it. Ta-da. Is that a parcel? I don't know. Okay, so Tanya will have to put that up on the shelf later on. And I've got to get back in the kitchen. Yay! And it was a delivery for us. My fermenting whites have finally turned up. Actually, I think this is the replacement lot because Hermes lost the first lot in the warehouse, and then the other second lot were out for delivery, and they've been out for delivery since Monday. So finally got them. Got 4 of these. These go straight in the jar just to weight down the stuff when you're doing your ferments and stuff. I think part of the problem is they don't actually wrap it. Like I would actually put these in plain boxes. I wouldn't have company name written on the side, because straight away, if someone knows what they're looking at, that's a target to get them removed, and you know, or to go missing. Yeah. Now, also the kid who comes around and delivers, and like I say, he's a kid. He is a kid. He's definitely a kid. He's probably younger than my kids, to be honest. And he's been around here a lot because we get quite a lot of things delivered, as you know. Always puts it on the floor. And I keep saying to him, I can't reach it down there. You need to lift it up. You either need to lift it up and put it on, or put it on the table. And there's actually a note on the door that states, if you are delivering, please, and you cannot wait for me to get to the door, please place the parcel on the table. But he's too busy looking in his phone to find out where the next job is. So yeah, that's kind of fun. Anywho, they're here now. There's one lot that is here now. Yeah, so that's a good thing. And I've got 4 of them. There's 4 of them in this set, which is good, and they're the nice ones that will fit in my big jars, because like if I'm doing fermenting, I'll do quite a bit of it because it makes sense to me to do that. So yeah, I've got, they're very pretty. I do like them. I'm gonna put them back in their box for now though, because I do want them to go missing. will get lost with the Christmas stuff. Like half of the decorations that aren't in the box. We're not going into that. The less decorations we have, the less I have to worry about putting up. And it's all a load of tat anyway, so I'm really not that bothered. Actually, some of it is stuff that I've made, so it's not the stuff that's the tat that's gone missing. It's actually really not bad stuff because I made it. I'm gonna have to go and keep an eye on this cat as well. Make sure the bathroom door's shut because she's finding the turkey a little bit irresistible this year, and she's never done that before. So I don't know what she's playing at, but she's wanting to go and play in the turkey. But she can bugger off because it ain't for her until it's cooked, and then she can have some. So, what's next? What's next on the list? Do you guys remember what's next on the list? Because I ain't got no clue. Okay, so we can't make the stuffing because we haven't got the right bread. So I can't do that. The only other two things I've got on the list for today is the custard for the trifle and making some Apricot Delight. And for those of you who don't know what Apricot Delight is, it's something we grew up with in Australia that you can still buy, little squares that are all like dried apricots and coconut. Basically, that's literally it. And they're one of my favourites. There's something that actually puts a bit of a smile on my face, so I thought I'd make some. I've just got to get that food processor to work, otherwise it could be, yeah. The jelly has set on the trifle, so that's a good thing. That was amazing. I've never known it to set in like 4 hours. Oh my god. Dumph. It's a solid jelly, that, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, I think we're going to make the Apricot Delight because I think I need something to make me smile right now. I do. Okay, so what we got to do is we've got to get equal measures of coconut and apricots. I'm going to do ooh, there's still one in there. Get it out. Can't get it out. Okay, well, we'll just go to this one. I'm going to do like 500 grams of each. Oof. Or 400 grams of each. I still want some left. Let's get those in there. Did I lose one? Oh, cool. So there's that. And I got some desiccated coconut, but I want to try and break that up a bit so it doesn't go everywhere. There's quite a lot in here, to be honest. Right. Oh. I think it's fair to say that I'm only going to put 200 grams of the coconut in here because it looks a bit much otherwise. So yeah, I'm going to do half coconut to, so 200 grams of coconut to the 400 grams of apricots. And they're going to go in there like that. Like that. the way that I'm used to it turning out. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to it and see if that works. I'm putting half a cup of water in here because that hopefully will help. Starting to do something. This does take about 10 minutes. Halfway through, you need to scrape your sides down. Okay, so we're done, finally. Mission. I actually added 2 cups of water to this in the end. So, yeah. Whoop. Seriously? Ugh. Okay. Need my doodah. And that is the cat crying at the door because I've shut the door and she can't come in. Because, you know. Now I'm going to put mine in this tray to set a bit so that I can flatten it out, make little squares. I know you can make like a barrel of this and cut roundy bits off, but not really a fan of that. Okay, what I am going to do to sit up properly, be nice, wouldn't it? Right. Now you need to get it so it's flat on the top. It's actually quite thick. That's okay. Bigger bits. Bigger bits. So if you are looking for something a little bit healthier, it's a bit of a treat. This one's a really good one to do. It's very similar to doing sugar plums, but with apricots. I have done sugar plums before, just not in the sugar plummy mood this year, so I want this because I'm feeling a little bit homesick, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit. Alright, so there we go. Now we're going to leave that to set for a little bit on the bench as it is for about the next 20 minutes, and I'm going to come in, cut it, and we're going to toss it in some coconut. Yeah, we is. Okay, we're going to try and cut this out now. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to turn them into balls. I'm not that worried. I just want to kind of just get them done. You know? Put them in that when they're done. Need a knife. Need a knife. Let's get a knife. See if we can get this cut. Oh, yes! This is very exciting. Now I am doing very small pieces, as you can see. There's a reason for that. They take a little bit of chewing because of the coconut, but also a little bit of this goes a very long way. And really, you don't want to overdo it. Oh, seriously? Okay. I'm gonna there we go. And the ones you buy in the shop are covered in sugar, and frankly, I don't want to do that. The whole point of having something a little bit nice that is a little bit good for you is so that you don't do that. And honestly, apricots have a lot of sugar in them anyway. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these and get them in there. Ta-da! It's always the first ones are the worst to get out of any tray. I'm gonna get those. These are even bigger than you'd get in the shop, to be fair. But, you know, it's Christmas, isn't it? And we ain't a stingy company either, so just saying. All right, I'll come back to you guys when I've done all this. I think you got the idea anyway. Here we go, all done. And that last little bit, which is a corner bit, it's just for me. Right, let's go in the fridge now so you can set up completely. They're good. Oh my god, they're so good. Right, I'm off. I've got to have a brew now. And last thing we've got to do, I think, is the custard. And then we're done for the day, which I'm kind of pleased about because I'm a bit knackered. I'm not gonna lie. Hey guys, well, we're at about 3:15 in the afternoon, and I have so many dishes here, it's not funny. I've got no more room for any more dishes. But I really, out of everything else, I need to get this custard done because it needs to set up tonight so I can put the cream on the trifle for tomorrow. So I need to get this done. I'm going to use 8 egg yolks because these are fairly small eggs. And I want to make sure I get them done right. 1. Just separating them out because I'll keep the egg yolks for again. Just gimme. That's 3. Going a bit slow here at the moment, guys. Sorry about that. 4. 5. 7, 8. Now we're going to be doing this custard over a double boiler. I just want to wash my hands very quickly. Ew. Because ew. Okay. So I'll bring you closer to here so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we need to turn on our double boiler or pot and bowl. I'm putting it on medium because, again, like yesterday with the chocolate, I don't want scrambled eggs. What I want is to get this to work without paying scrambled eggs. Now I've got 100 grams of sugar here, just granulated sugar. Don't look. Don't look, don't look, don't look. And what we want to do is we want to cook these without them going yuck. We have to beat this until the eggs go a little paler and the sugar dissolves very quickly. I need to get the lid off the milk. Get off. Why are you taking forever this time? Right, okay. So we've got that. Like I said, you don't want this boiling. That is starting to actually, that's dissolved. I can feel it, I can hear the difference. And we're going to add a little bit of our milk in. Just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Kind of like gravy, you've got to do it a little bit at a time, yeah? And you don't want it to stick to the bottom of the bowl either, because that spells disaster in all on its own. While that's waiting for that to thicken a little, I'm going to pop in a little bit of vanilla. About a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla extract. You know, you normally use the beans, but you know what? Don't got no beans. This was cheaper. Just. Yeah, that's got to blood hot now, like I can't feel it, so it's skin hot, and we don't want to boil this. You do not want to boil this. Actually feel this start to thicken. Not a lot yet, but it's getting there. I might have to at some point add some arrowroot powder to this. You can do corn flour. I don't like corn flour because if you're using corn flour to thicken sauces and stuff, you can't use them the next day because it doesn't hold its form. It just goes liquidy again or completely solid. So it's like, and it won't melt. It'll either melt to nothingness or completely split. So I don't want to do that. Okay, so I've only got, I had to turn this off because I had to go look for it. Got a couple of tablespoons of the arrowroot powder just to pull it all together. If you can hear the cat, it's because I'm out of her sight. I've shut the door because I don't want to have another fall like I did the other day. So I can do without another one of those just yet, thanks. That should do it. We just need it to thicken up a bit now, and that's all we need, and that'll be perfect then. Okay, so I'm going to leave this now. It's thickened up a little bit. I'm going to leave it now until it goes to room temperature. And we're going to stick it on the trifle. Hey guys. So I'm knackered, I'm not going to lie. It's going to take at least another 2-3 hours for the custard to cool down enough so that I can put it on top of the trifle. So that it'll thicken. So it won't go straight through the trifle and be just a blobby mess, because we don't want that. So I'm going to call it here for today, and we will finish all the jobs tomorrow, because you know we got to finish all the jobs tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really have appreciated it. For those of you who do struggle physically as well as mentally, just do each bit as you can. Don't worry too much, just take your time. And if you've got to take 10 minutes breaks and then another 10-minute break and another 10-minute break before you're ready to get up and do it again, take it. You know, just do what you've got to do for you at the end of the day, because there's no good you wearing yourself out to the point where you're just completely miserable. All right, I love you guys heaps. Thank you again so much for being with me today. It's meant the world. Blessings.